Hello, math learners. Welcome to the part 3 of our reviewer series. If you are enjoying our review, please click the subscribe button and notification bell for you to be updated of these cool clear math videos just like this. So without further ado, let's continue our discussion. Question number 21. One usually buys 4 kilograms of sugar every month. Last month, the price of 1 kilogram of sugar increased by 3 pesos. Which integer correctly represents the total change in price of the sugar he bought? Is it A, 3, B, negative 3, C, 12, or D, negative 12? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Alright, my dear math learners, we know that Juan is buying 4 kilograms every month and there is an increase of 3 pesos per kilogram. So, therefore, 3 pesos times 4 kilograms, that would be 12. So, the correct answer for this question is letter C. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright, my dear math learners, very easy. Now, let us go to question number 22. For items 22 to 23, refer to the number line below and identify the elements defined in each set. The set of x such that x is a positive odd integers less than 8. Okay, is it 1, 3, 5, 7 for letter A? B, 1, 2, 3, and 4. C, 2, 4, 6, and 8. D, negative 1, negative 3, negative 5, and negative 7. I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Okay, my dear math learners, we are now considering positive odd integers. So when we say positive, that is not negative. Okay. And if we are talking about odd integers, these are numbers that are not divisible by 2. So those are the numbers. Okay, letter A, that is 1, 3, 5, 7. Why not B? Because of the 2 and 4. Why not C? Because 2, 4, 6, and 8 are all even numbers, and letter D are all negative numbers. Therefore, letter A is the correct. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright, now let us go to question number 23. Set of numbers such that x is an even integer between negative 8 and positive 8. Is it A, negative 8, negative 6, negative 4, negative 2, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. B, negative 6, negative 4, negative 2, 0, 2, 4, 6. C, negative 7, negative 5, negative 3, negative 1, 1, 3, 5, 7. And letter D, 2, 4, 6, 8, negative 2, negative 4, negative 6, and negative 8. I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Alright, my dear math learners, we are now talking about even integers. So those are numbers divisible by 2. So letter C is already wrong. Okay. Of course, we are talking also that these are integers between negative 8 and 8. So therefore, if we are talking about between, therefore, negative 8 and 8 is not part of the group. So letter B would be the logical answer for this question. So, letter B is the correct answer. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright. Now, let us go to question number 24. Very easy. In a number line game, Anna starts at position negative 4. She then moves 7 steps to the right. Where is she now? Is it A, negative 11, B, negative 3, C, positive 3, or D, positive 11? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Okay, my dear math learners, if you have considered our number line earlier, and if you are in the position of negative 4 and you go to the right, so meaning you are going to the positive side, alright? So from negative 4, you move 7 places, you will be, after the 4th position, you will be at 0, right? Then 0, you move 3 more in order to equate for the 7 steps, and that would be positive 3, letter C. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright, my dear math learners, very easy. Now let us go to question number 25. For items 25 to 26, refer to the set of integers given below. 0, negative 8, positive 2, 6, negative 3, positive 9, and negative 5. Arrange the integers in decreasing order. Okay, decreasing. So from highest to low. Is it A, 9620, negative 3, negative 5, negative 8? B, 9, negative 8, 6, 20, negative 3, negative 5? C, 9, negative 8, negative 5, 6, 2, negative 3, 0? Or D, 9, 6, negative 8, 20, negative 5, negative 3? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Okay, my dear math learners, this question is very easy. Why? Because we start from the highest, and the highest would be 9. Of course, when you are listing in the decreasing order, the next number you need to list is the next highest, and the next highest, and the next highest, and the next highest. Okay, so of course, we are going down. So, among the 4 given choices, only one has the proper way of going down. Okay, and that is letter A. All right, let's check whether we are correct. Okay, easy, right? Now, let us go to number 26. Arrange the integers in increasing order. Okay, very easy. So, is it A, negative 8, negative 5, negative 3, 0, 2, 6, 9? B, negative 8, negative 5, 0, positive 6, negative 3, 2, 9? C, negative 8, negative 5, negative 3, 2, 0, 6, 9? Or D, negative 8, negative 5, negative 3, 6, 2, 0, and 9? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Okay, my dear math learners, this question is very easy. This is just the opposite of question number 25. So, if we are talking about increasing order, then you will be starting at the smallest value. So, among the given set of integers, the smallest value is negative 8. And of course, the highest value would be positive 9. So, all of the 4 choices starts with negative 8 and ends with positive 9. However, the increasing order that is being correctly listed here is, of course, that would be okay, letter A. Still letter A. Why? Because in letter C, as you can see, we have here negative 3 to 0. Okay, so 2 is not increasing in this order. 2 going to 0. Okay, and here we also have the 6 going to 2. So therefore, letter A is the correct answer. Alright, my dear math learners. Now, let us go to question number 27. In a mountain resort, the temperature recorded during a week are as follows. So, those are the days, Monday to Friday, and the temperature. Okay, in degrees Celsius. Which day had the lowest temperature? Is it A, Monday, B, Tuesday, C, Wednesday, or D, Friday? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Okay, my dear math learners, so in order for us to know the lowest temperature, this is the number that is far away from 0, okay, in the number line. So among the given temperature here, number that is farthest away in 0 or to 0 is negative 9 degrees, and that is on Wednesday. So the correct answer is letter C. Let's check whether we are correct. Okay, easy, right? Now let us go to question number 28. Carlo is playing a board game where he moves forward and backward along a number line. He starts at negative 9 steps behind the starting point. On his turn, he moves 5 steps forward. Using the number line, where will Carlo land? Is it A, negative 14, B, negative 4, C, positive 14, or D, positive 4? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Okay, my dear math learners. So now, if you are in the starting point of 0, then you start with going 9 steps behind the starting point. So that is behind, that would be negative. So you will be landing at negative 9. So from that negative 9, my dear math learners, your next turn would be moving forward, which means that would be going to the positive part. So if you are starting from negative 9, and you move 5 steps forward, technically you will be getting near the 0, but you don't arrive at 0 because there are 9 steps away from 0 and you just move 5 steps forward. So therefore, you will be landing at, very good, negative 4. Alright, so that is letter B. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright, easy, right? Now, let us go to question number 29. Two students solve negative 7 minus negative 4 using different models. Student A used integer chips and removed 4 negative chips. Student B used a number line and moves 4 steps to the right from negative 7. Okay. Which best explains their solution? Is it A, both methods are incorrect because subtraction always decreases the value? B, both methods are correct and show that subtracting a negative is the same as adding a positive? C, student A is correct but student B is wrong? Or letter D, student B is correct but student A is wrong? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Okay, my dear math learners, technically, they are using different methods but they arrive with the same correct answer. And, of course, they are both correct. That's what I said. Okay, so the correct answer would be letter B. Alright, okay, so that would be letter B. Let's check whether we are correct. Okay. Both methods shows -7 minus -4. The answer for that would be -3. Okay. I hope that's clear, my dear math students. Now, let us go to question number 30. During a math activity, Maria overhears her classmate says, -9 plus -3 is equal to -6 because adding makes numbers bigger. Maria wants to help her classmate understand integer addition. Which of the following is the best evaluation of the classmate's claim? Is it A, the claim is correct because adding always increase the value? B, the claim is correct because subtraction would make the number smaller? C, the claim is incorrect because -9 plus -3 equals -12 and not -6. Or letter D, the claim is incorrect because adding two negatives results in a more negative number. I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Alright, my dear math learners. Now, in this question, there could be two correct answers. Okay? Why? Because technically, -9 plus -3, the answer is not -6. Instead, it is -12. Okay? Because a negative plus a negative gives more negative number. So basically, C and D here are correct. But we are finding here the best evaluation of the classmate's claim. So we will be technically using the actual values being interpreted, which is the -9 plus the -3. So therefore, letter C is the best answer for this question. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright, my dear math learners, we are correct. So I hope you got that one. Of course, my dear math learners, congratulations for finishing 3 parts of our reviewer series. Question is, what is your current score among the 30 questions that we have? Kindly share it in the comment section below. This is your free access YouTube Edu Creator Math Teacher Ash, and please share this to your fellow friends, classmates, and schoolmates. So now, let us go to the last part of our reviewer series, and that is part 4.